So my husband and I decided to open Jasmine's Grill and Cantina here in Gaston. We already have a business, it's Jasmine's Lopez Agency. So here Gaston was the best place to open a second business. Exchange Bank made this really, really easy. I thought it was gonna be a really hard process, but they were so nice, so sweet, and they explained everything by detail. And as you can see, they helped me make all this possible. It was really easy and they were always there. They were just a phone call away.
Clinic 5 Addiction Recovery. Addiction doesn't look like you think.
My name is Brittany. I'm a person just like you are, except for I am a recovering addict. I found hope and I found healing here at Clinic 5 with the help of the amazing staff and doctors. I see my future bright. I actually see a future now.
Clinic 5 Addiction Recovery. Addiction doesn't look like you think. Call 256-952-2709 or visit us online at clinic5.com.
Has it been 2 months since you've been here? We're having a discussion before.
Yes.
You've been gone for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Mayor Joe Taylor Show. Jerry White, what's up?
You know, I'm just here with a very distinguished guest. You know, finally somebody to class up the Mayor Joe Taylor Show.
Ain't that true?
The First Lady of Rainbow City. Joe, introduce your lovely bride.
This is Rachel Taylor. We like to call her the luckiest woman in Alabama.
Oh,
That's
so
what
now
she
it's
said.
expanded to the state because it used to be just Rainbow City.
It was Rainbow City, and then of course, come find out, it was Etowah County, and then
Right.
now they've done a survey. We just do them ourselves, like other cities do, and now it's the state of Alabama.
so you just make the results up
we just make the results up. Yeah, that works every time.
Oh, seems right. Welcome, Mayor First Lady, Mrs. First Lady.
Thank you.
Don't let Jerry mess you up. We got two Itala people sitting right here across from one another.
Yeah.
Things could go off the rails, Mayor. And I hope they do.
Sorry,
please.
Joe. Wait, is this an election year?
Yeah, we're actually inside the cycle, so be careful.
Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. So let's talk about a little bit about kind of what's been going on with you. Right, you haven't been here in a minute. You've been busy.
Been busy.
Because
you
the
know.
work of Rainbow City doesn't always happen inside Rainbow City.
That's right. That's right. It's all over the place. I mean, ended up having to go to a conference, and I've had a few other opportunities that are kind of moving forward for the city, and so we're just excited about things right now.
Yeah.
Working on a lot of stuff with the mega site. Some procuring some land and getting ready to do that interstate interchange. You know, there's just a lot. You know, and I really compliment Shane Ellison and Craig Enzer over at the county to some of the results that we're getting right now, and it's just a lot of hard work. It's continual meetings, and of course we're doing the water and sewer project. It's coming through Rainbow City. The county's funding it, and we just transferred $1 million of ARPA money over to the county for some engineering and planning for the interstate interchange, and it's just it's an exciting time right now.
Didn't I read where one or two of the council members got some kind of accreditation? Or
Actually, yes, we had Jameson Jenkins and Randy Weiss got their certified municipal official, which made now all of our other members of our council and the mayor's office are now certified municipal officials at least the basic level or above.
That's huge.
Anita is really close to being an emeritus. So with myself and Clark Hopper, and then Jeff Prince is an advanced with us right now, and he's very, very close to having the hours. It takes credit hours. You have to do classes and take some exams. It's becoming mandatory now in the state of Alabama that elected officials actually know what they're doing.
That's new.
Which is going to be something
Yeah.
new. Yeah. And that legislation passed last year, but this city council took it upon themselves to just be accredited, and that accredited our community that Rainbow City is a certified municipality, meaning that every one of their officials have been through that coursework.
Beth Lee?
Beth Lee is now the president
That's right.
of,
Heck yeah.
of the Municipal Clerks Association. It's a statewide association that has about 500 clerks and city managers in it, and Beth's the president of it. They couldn't pick the better person. I mean, Beth Lee is extremely qualified in her job. She's a subject matter expert I've been in her office. I can't tell you how many times where she's answering questions for other cities about how to do business, and she's good at that. Clark Hopper was just elected to the board of directors of the National League of Cities, and that's no joke. There's 40 or 44 on the board of directors, and Little Rainbow City is representing well out of the state of Alabama. He and a council member from Birmingham, I believe his name is O'Quinn, council member for Birmingham. They are the two representatives from the state of Alabama. It's just not normal that you would have two, but especially to have one out of a city our size. It's kind of groundbreaking for us.
Cody Lasters. Do you see what Cody says? You're going to want to hear it. Rachel, go ahead.
No, you can do it. It's better coming from me.
No, it's not. I'm sure. Well, we ain't going to get in trouble for it. Rachel sure does make Joe look good.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Cody's a Rachel fan, and I think that's why he likes me, just because he likes Rachel more than he does me. And that's okay.
You probably have a lot of friends
Cody's
like that.
hilarious.
Yeah. Rachel, she kind of spends a lot of time doing this kind of work, and it's I kind of feel sorry for her because she has her own profession and she's very, very good at it.
You do something besides arm candy for Joe Taylor?
Yeah.
Besides being a handbag,
Yeah.
I'm the accessory at a lot of these things. I just stand there. I just have to make sure I coordinate.
Yeah. She just makes sure her clothes coordinate with mine, which is not.
So that's why you look so good every time you walk out of the house.
It is,
She may accidentally have to be beside you, so
That's
she wants to
right.
make sure you're right. That's what. Yeah, that's good stuff. So how is it really? I mean, you guys both been in volunteering and doing public service a long time, but you both work with the public all your lives. But now he decided, hey, I'm going to run for mayor. How did that dynamic change? Let's kind of dive into the personal life.
And we were not married when he
Right.
ran for mayor, and so I know he has told the story that he ran for mayor because they didn't choose him for city council. And I can remember when he went for that interview, he called me. I said, how'd it go? And he said, the fix was in. I'm running for mayor. And I said, okay. And so I thought he was just mad. He was just mouthing. And so then it got time to run for mayor. And he's like, hey, I really want to do this. It's going to affect the thing we got going on because we just kind of do our own thing. And so I said, whatever you want to do. He knows I'll follow him to the end of the earth. I'll help him scorch it if we have to. And
That's a
so-
fun show.
That's
Man,
the talent.
That's
yeah,
exactly right.
that's that in me coming out. I'm like, we write it down. So, I just, whatever he wants to do, he does a great job. I don't say that just because he's mine. He's just good at it. He's just got a knack with people. But it's a lot. We're going a lot. We eat a lot of chicken and green beans, y'all. We go to a lot of dinners.
Yeah, these people that are catering all these events, they got to come off of that.
Change it up.
I mean, just bust it up, throw a meatloaf in there.
Yeah.
You know.
He mad at it.
You don't think about those problems
Yeah.
when you're on
Yeah.
this side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had one the other night. I have two this week.
Ooh, that one.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? What's your schedule the rest of the week? Are you good to come to an event with me, or
I don't know yet. I
You
know
know
I've
tomorrow.
got the Mayor's Association Thursday. Was that
Friday
Friday? I may be. Yeah,
Okay.
I may be good.
or Saturday?
It's gonna be
I can-
chicken and green beans.
Yeah.
It's
Friday.
gonna be.
It's I have one Friday, and one Saturday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, it's different. I mean, it did change quite a bit because I had formally retired, and I had a lot of time on my hands, and so we just kind of ran around her schedule, and it's different now. She's a very supportive, first lady or whatever you want to call that. She goes to all the events, but Rachel's so well known in the community anyway
Sure.
from being in the banking world or the finance world, and she can tell you about all that. But she's the vice president of consumer lending at Emblem Credit Union, that used to be Teachers Credit Union, and so she deals with people, knows almost everybody in town in some way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Either knows their good credit or bad credit. But it's just
That's a HIPAA
different-
violation, Joe. You can't say that.
yeah,
She
I
does
didn't,
it.
I didn't talk about their sprained ankle, but she works hard at it, and we have a very full schedule, and trying to get 2 girls through college, and thankfully we've got a grandbaby that kind of brings everything back around and makes everything okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about your professional.
Okay.
Big change.
Yeah.
When I first I went to the mailbox, what was this? And so let's go into that a little bit. Pretty exciting times, huh?
Yeah, so I've been at the credit union for 20 years. It was 20 years in March. But prior to that, I was at Exchange Bank. So I started out and first learned like lending at Exchange Bank. And so then I went to, at the time, Alabama Teachers. From there, straight into what was called a loan clerk. I was kind of like a loan secretary. I pushed paperwork. I sat at a desk in the lobby. And so I just worked my way up from there. And the thing is, as he became mayor, is the same time that my career really started going to those next levels. So we both got really busy at the same time. So I kind of found what I was good at. Once I started learning how loans work and all of that, that was just my thing. And so I just dove into that, and it's paid off.
God, I love the gray areas.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, my mom's a banker. She works at Family Savings. At one point, I was the mortgage loan manager. She oversees their mortgage department. So we
that's
were
cool.
working in mirror roles, just at different credit unions. So I just went with what I knew, which was what my mom did. So
Yeah, we've banked there. We do our loans there, and it's always such a pleasure. And we've dealt with the same young lady. She not real young, but she's not young. But she's been there forever, and she's so down to earth and so funny. And you've got just good people there. Jerry, he changed his stuff over there. It's just fun.
If you need something, let me just call. Hey, let's do this. Can we do that? Perfect. I mean, it's so easy to deal with.
It really is.
They did a promotional campaign a few years ago, and they actually interviewed me, and and I said they know my name. They know me by name, and I think that's still that way. You don't find a lot of banks. Banks have become so corporate and institutionalized that they just don't know who you are, so they can't take in consideration what type of work you have, or that it could be seasonal or whatever as far as your income. And Emblem Credit Union still does that. And I guess it sounds like we're doing a commercial for them. I could get them on board for the Mayor Joe Taylor show. I mean,
That's right.
That wouldn't hurt anything.
Made no
you
sense.
talk about the ladies you deal with there. We have so much longevity there. Like the people that taught me part of lending still work alongside me, even though I oversee all of lending. So it's really cool to have those relationships and just have all those people, and that just we're a good support system for one another. Like, it's a great work environment.
It's really cool when you can call a place you do business with, and they actually know who you are, because it's not just one that you deal with. There's 3 or 4 within that bank that we can call and they, oh, hey, how are you guys doing? How's the church? And it's and you think, well, they remembered that. We don't even see each other any other time, but that's pretty special to have that time, and that's kind of how City Hall is. I mean, it's just good folks. And then you come in here.
You say it every show. You say it's customer service.
Well, and that's what we talk about all the time. We need to find a way to serve people and a way to help people in our role at the credit union, whether it be the tellers or the loan officers or whomever. You have an opportunity to help people. Find that opportunity.
Yeah, I think that where she works, and it's kind of the same thing that we do at City Hall. We're providing services for sure, but then there's also that human element. Rachel and I were both involved in neighborhood bridges. We've had Jennifer McGriff on here before, and I didn't know that Rachel was involved in it. She didn't know, because our lives, we came together as a very mature people, somewhat. And
It's debatable.
One
that's
more mature than
arguable.
the other, right?
Yeah, one more than the other. But in coming together like that, our finances don't intermingle much. They don't have to. She does well, I do okay, and that's just the. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, Joe.
That's just the way it is. But what we find out is a lot of times that we have a common desire to love on people and take care of people, and so she was a part of Neighborhood Bridges, and Jennifer McGriff said, hey, she called me one day and she said, look, would you ask Rachel where she wants me to put that money that she had donated? And I said, what money? And come to find out, Rachel does something totally different with Neighborhood Bridges in that she's a
Monthly donor.
a monthly donor. She gives monthly, to make sure that kids' needs are taken care of, right where they stand.
Sure.
And that's the part about her that probably people need to know in Rainbow City is that she has a big heart. She cares about folks.
She must.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Does a lot of charity work.
Wow.
there's a lot of
Well, I call myself the lazy giver, though. They send these emails, the Today's Opportunity for Kindness, which I love. Like I said,
Yeah.
it breaks my heart and it thrills my soul all at the same time because it's so sad that there's these needs, but then it's thrilling that there's this opportunity to love somebody. So there was a day that 4 or 5 needs were on the list that day, so I'm looking at all of them and I thought, I wonder who needs what the most. So I start snooping through the website and found where you can just give a regular, because I'm nosy,
Yeah.
and so you can give just a flat contribution. Well, then I found that I could make it a recurring debit, and I was like, even better. I could set it on the day I want it to pull from my account, and I don't have to remember to come in here and do this. And if I don't see the email that day, no big deal. Somebody's being taken care of.
Yeah.
So I've told Jennifer, sister, you need to push that a little bit more for the people like me who need it to be out of sight, out of mind. We have very good intentions. And, if you can get enough people to, even if all they do is $10 a month, that can add up if you get enough of them.
Yeah, because if you don't do that, Rachel's going to spend that money at the Willow Tree, another one that we could get a plug for in Rainbow
We
City.
need that sponsorship.
And I'm telling you, Kevin and
We'll take your
Kevin and them
advertisement
will be
and
thrhrilled to know that.
trade outs. Our wives would enjoy that.
So Bill Taylor says your show just went to a new level.
That's right.
Hi, Rachel.
That's
Hey,
Brother Bill.
Yes, that's hi, Rachel.
You better act right, Bill, if he's watching.
That's right.
Get your mind right. So let's stay right there just for a minute. What other charity organizations is big to your heart? What do you like to?
I'm actually on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, so I'm currently serving as president. My term as president ends this year, but I currently serve on that board. It's a mentoring program.
Yeah.
You've got the bigs in the high school that mentor the littles. They spend time with them, 1 day a week or whatever during the school. But then you also have adult bigs, sisters and brothers to these littles. And so it's just, it's another opportunity where you fill the gap.
Yeah.
These people these little kids that may need like a big brother, big sister, truly type of loving relationship. And so they find what they have in common. It might be sports, it might be arts, it could be science, and they do their thing. So
Heck yeah, that was on the forefront of NFL football this past Sunday because Ray Davis, who's the rookie running back for Buffalo Bills, he's still with the guy who was his big brother. Right, he was homeless.
Yeah.
He had. It was a great story, man. He played at Kentucky, got drafted to Buffalo Bills on a rookie in Buffalo. And so they recognized him during halftime. And it was pretty special going into details of that. And that's a lifelong thing. It's not this month you're a big brother. This is a lifetime calling, I guess. I mean, very, very impactful. Very impactful.
That's crazy. You have him, Mayor in, and he always, it's usually turns talking about other people, and then you have his bride in, and it's still talking about other people. That's refreshing, y'all. I mean, it's kind of cool. Everybody else wants to come in and self-promote, and here you are bringing up charities and people, and I love that.
I think if
cool.
we could learn to inject more love and caring into politics, just that you truly are caring for people, not trying to develop the next program or the next sound bite for media. Sometimes it needs to be things that are just kind of hidden out. I think in my life and my giving, I've always been the guy that was kind of behind the curtain, and this job does create a very uncomfortable situation for me,
Sure.
which is that people become they have knowledge of what I do or what my intent to try to be obedient to God is, and that's to give the way He sees fit, not the way I see fit. And that can be tough. I had a really, really good friend, I may have mentioned it on the show one time, that told me that I needed to learn to give things away and let go of it, and truly let go. It doesn't matter what they go and do with the money. It's your job to be obedient to God's calling. And
When you did our men's breakfast that time, you really went into detail about that.
Yeah.
That was very good. people still bring that up. Oh God, he's making notes.
He's
You're
making
screwed.
notes.
You're
Yeah,
all
sorry. Well,
screwed.
you just reminded me about somebody. So if I don't write it down, I won't do it.
You ever forget to do it?
I'm always like, I want to. I forget half the time what day it is. And he goes, "Hey, you gonna be there today? Where? In Atlanta? No, because I'm nowhere near it. But I
I
forget.
actually tell Rachel. I told her this morning. I said something about something happening this week, and she said, "Well, you know, yesterday was Monday. What day was it?" And I said, "Well, I count any number of days. I like to
We're
go
not
back
even 2
5.
days in,
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah,
Yeah.
like 5 days back is
That's
considered
yesterday.
this week.
Oh.
And that's, so it,
Yeah.
it
I
just
can see.
allowed-
I can see you thinking on that.
Yeah.
No, true.
It just seems fair to me, and it keeps me from having to worry about the weekends. The weekends really don't work out like I thought they would.
Right.
You know, you don't get to go home, and
You're important, Joe.
I'm a big deal.
He's a big deal.
That's what it says on my desk.
Big deal.
Courtesy of our daughter-in-law.
Yeah, Shay
fun.
gave me that when I got elected, and you've seen it.
Yeah.
The little thing that
Yeah, that's
says
pretty cool.
I'm kind of a big deal, but really what I found out is I'm just the guy that has a lot of really big deal people around me.
There you go. There you go.
Stop it, Joe. You're talking like a leader.
Oh man, don't do that. Don't accuse me of that.
Yeah. Hey, let's. She set up the perfect segue talking about science and the Big Brother Big Sister. Let's talk a little bit more about the. excuse me. The Challenging Center. the Challenger Center
Challenger
here.
Learning Center.
That's huge.
They just got him a leader,
Yeah,
big time.
fair.
She's big time. Farrah Hayes is no joke.
Yeah.
I mean,
Doctor.
she's another doctor. I'm sorry. Yep, I asked her for a prescription the other day. She turned me down. But she's just a very knowledgeable person. She comes from a pedigree of educators. I think she's a 3rd generation educator, and she's got so much energy, which is what that thing needs to be able to, because at some point it has to get off the ground as far as its curriculum and the academic side of it. Right now it's in a building process. That's really boring, and we're watching their building begin to take shape, and we know now. Actually, I was in a meeting with Martha Lavender, and she told the council that I'm a part of that council, and she told us that that they had singled out the person that they wanted to be the director, and I just asked, I said, can we know their name? And she said, yes, but I'll have to stay inside the room. I hadn't made the offer, all those kind of things.
Sure.
And she said it's Farrah Hayes, and it stunned me. First off, I was like, how in the world did you pull that off? But I think Farrah's looking for that challenge, in that Challenger program, and it's that sounded good. But
I like it.
yeah,
You
and
prided
she's
yourself just
I
then,
did. I
didn't
was
you?
very proud of myself.
He's a big deal.
There's a segue, but no, she's going to bring something that is going to be remarkable to that place.
Well, sometimes she's a fantastic. Let's call her number 2 there at Gadsden State, and that's going to be a big boost here.
Yeah.
And something, just another jewel that Rainbow City can be proud of.
Yeah, I think it's, she's been mentored by some of the greatest educators ever. She was under Martha Lavender over there when she first came to Gadsden State. I mean, Kathy Murphy, you can't say that she doesn't know what she's doing for sure. And I think that's the thing that we're getting. We're getting that person that's ready to pull out of that number 2 spot, go into leadership, and she'll excel. There's no doubt about that.
Are we still looking at early 26?
Our early 26, we're hoping for late 25.
Okay,
Maybe even in the fall of 25, so
Cool.
that they can get some kids in there, before the holidays. But it really depends on weather at this point. It depends on when they can build. They have to custom build this simulator, which is just a lot of technology and those kind of things. So, we're hopeful. We're hoping now, as far as our recreation center, there's your segue. We're hoping that
He did that too.
that we're going to be able to
Segued
do
himself.
Y'all done this
Didn't even have to
too,
tell you
haven't
that.
you?
But we're hoping that we'll be able to put that in place, and have it, our groundbreaking, our ribbon cutting for those 2 pretty close together,
That's
like
cool.
we did our groundbreaking for the 2, and it moves this city forward. Both of those projects are critical, and they're catalyst projects for our area.
Don't you think it helps the city when you're recruiting business? Just what you do, and you bring them to City Hall. Look at this, but you drive them by City. You pick the buildings. A lot of cities pick the areas, the route that they're going to take to get there because they don't want to go past certain things. everywhere you go in Rainbow City, it's classy. It's looking good, and this building is going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
unbelievable.
beautiful.
I mean, you get a chance to go into these areas, and carry them into the areas that you wouldn't normally go in Rainbow City. Everybody sticks to 411, Highway 77, but I spoke with a guy last night at one of her events, and he just bought some property in Rainbow City on Church Street, and he didn't have any idea that we're about to create a traffic jug handle there off of the intersection, which is going to probably 10x his traffic there on his street, and all of a sudden his investment is going up, without him even knowing about it because of the work of the government. And that's really our job. Our job is to go out and make it an optimum situation for our businesses. Talking about economic development in use of our educational abilities here inside the city. We have that blue ribbon John Jones Elementary. We have that incredibly decorated middle school, and having the Challenger Center, and then our recreational opportunities in the city. I went to the Economic Development Association, the last meeting that we had, conference we had, and we had some guys on a panel get up and kind of argue the point of economic development. What came out of that was that the number one thing in economic development right now is quality of life. That's going to be the education of your children and the recreation of your family. And we're doing that up front. When cities will normally use that as the last thing. What we try to do is run it, parallel to having a really strong police department, a really good presence in fire. So, our fire and safety protection in this city is paramount. But it runs right next to the quality of life, because if we have really great fire protection and good ISO standard, and then we have a really, really out front community developed police department, I promise you we can build any sort of quality of life on the tail of that. And that's what we're doing right now.
Well, I notice you're probably going to have to get or at least clean your ceremonial shovel, because there's a lot of projects going on in Rainbow
There
City.
is. There is. We just opened up Barone's Pizza.
Yes.
I talked to Patrick the other night, another guy that needs to get on the advertisement here for you. And he just said, Joe, I didn't believe it was going to be like this.
Yeah.
And because we had several meetings, me and his dad and him had met early on, and about 2 years ago, and he literally had this thing drawn on a napkin.
Yeah.
And so where they had gone in and gotten just a sketch pad of ideas, and that's what he built. He put that together, and we had a chance to go to the grand opening, and if you go by there now, it's just like it's the grand opening.
It's fantastic.
It's packed. The place is the parking lot's always full. His staff is courteous. They're well trained, and the food's good.
Well, we got a church member here, board member, that it's like his mecca.
Yeah.
This dude is about that pizza life. He does it. And, Absolute Respiratory Care.
Yep.
It's coming on.
Absolutely.
Johnson's coming on.
That's right.
Jeez.
Johnson's is actually in their building doing their work, and that's their corporate headquarters. And then we've got Absolute Respiratory, Wesley Patterson and his crew are coming into Rainbow City, and they're coming in hot. Their building is really coming along. So they're very excited about having what would be the first drive-through respiratory care place, and that's instead of having to get out of your car. And some of these people do have compromised immunity.
Sure.
They can pass their equipment straight to them and let them do that in the comfort of their car and the safety of their car. And so it
was like a brew through from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Drive through and get your.
That's right.
That's
And
a
we're
whole
about
lot.
to break ground on what would be one of the largest auto auctions in the
I've
southeast.
heard rumor of such.
And it's going to be an 8-lane auto auction, and so it'll be Rainbow. I think it's going to be Rainbow City Auto Auction, and I don't remember what their LLC is, but Joe Janserlik is doing that work, and we're very close to that. I met with a company that's coming for sure.
Milo's.
This is more along the line of high-paying jobs.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and this is.
I'm all for high-paying jobs,
Yeah.
but if we can get a
Well, yeah,
Milo's
we
or
can
a
get a good
Culver's,
hamburger.
a Culver's,
Our little one, she
Yeah.
likes Freddy's.
Yeah.
okay.
That's what
Yeah,
French
we take
fries.
Freddy's,
Yeah.
Culver's, you know.
You got some pull with the
Cheese
mayor, right?
curds.
That's right.
Right now, cheese
Yeah.
curds, you got to go to the
Fried
cookout,
cheese.
right?
Yeah.
man,
that's
get them cookout cheese curds now. Man,
Yeah, they're good.
You're sleeping on the cookout chili.
I'm in on it now. I've got
Yeah.
it since you talked about it. The shot.
I
of
thought
chili.
I get the shot of chili.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't realize. Hey, we can get a little bowl of chili. Okay, it's a
It's a shot.
it's a tequila shot of chili. It's 4 ounces.
Not that you know.
He would not know that.
I would know. That's why I didn't get COVID. When I was
Right.
younger, all the tequila I drank. And look this fact up.
Oh, that's
so
true.
here's your fact checkers. What country had the least amount of COVID victims? Mexico. Coincidence?
No,
I
sir.
think not.
No, sir.
Well,
Tequila.
Jalapenos and
well, it didn't help
tequila.
this one,
Yeah.
but there it worked. Hang on.
I almost died of that COVID, man. That stuff put the hurt on Joe.
His immune was supposed to be all right.
Yeah. That's
That
so,
helped me. It did not help him.
I can see where that'd be helpful for you.
I mean,
Put that in
right.
your regimen. I'm going to ask the hard questions now. I think we've been
I think it's
playing.
time.
We've been playing patty cake long
Sure.
enough.
Get her.
What's it really like living with Joe Taylor?
Yes.
We need to know.
Good grief.
When's the last time Joe Taylor has cooked a meal in his house?
Never.
Here it is.
When's the last time he's bought
He's
groceries?
spoiled.
Do tell.
His idea of buying groceries is driving me to the store, dropping me off at the door, and then picking me up at the door. He at
Look
least
on his
keeps me
face.
from having to walk through the parking lot.
Because he's a
Do
gentleman.
I defend
he's a
these
true
one
gen-
at a time, or
No,
do we
just
okay.
wait. Just hold. Hold.
So, Joe is spoiled.
What about dry cleaning?
That's good.
Do you do his laundry?
What does it go to the dry cleaner? I absolutely do. Yeah, because I'm going out of town for the weekend, so I've been washing off his clothes, getting prepared to go out of town, and I'm like, okay.
I have to interject.
She's laying them out for it. This is Monday.
He said, so Mom,
Don't
I'm gonna be
stop.
good till you get back. And I said, you should be. I said, do you know how to use the washing machine? Heaven forbid.
I said I can.
Joe's going to Belts. His
I
face is
said I
straight.
can, but I do
He's going to
not want
Martin's.
to.
He's going to Martin's.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a level of honesty in our relationship that's unbelievable.
The only cleaning that he kind of does is if he wants me to fry chicken, I loathe cleaning up the splatter, just the little grease splatter. So that's our deal is if I'm going to fry this chicken, I need you to wipe the stove down when I'm finished. Now, it might take
That's
3
fair,
hours
man.
of
Oh.
complaining and prodding him.
Joe, no, that's a good
You,
call. That's a
listen,
good call.
all you got to do is
He
save us a
eventually
piece.
does
We'll
it.
come clean. We'll
Yeah,
clean
we'll
it.
have
We'll
you
clean
clean.
it.
You
We'll
just put us a
clean it.
plate on the side. We got you, girl. You clean that.
Leave it in a bag by the porch.
So-
We'll be good.
So we have our negotiations.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit, well, I'm not as bad anymore because she brought those girls in there and they trashed my house. But
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a eccentric, I guess you would say. I'm funny about certain things and I've loosened up a little bit, for sure. Wouldn't you say?
A little bit.
A little bit. But
A little bit.
Rachel's just a good cook.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And as long as my laundry's done, and this is gonna make a lot of women mad, but this one right here knows how to. I'm not henpecked, but I've got hen house ways, and so I know to keep that yard clean, keep things taken care of, pay some bills, buy some clothes, and take care of those girls, and I know how to get that part done, and she'll get in there and fry that chicken.
Woo! Praise God.
See
And we
that?
have our middle daughter, because we've got between the two of us, there's 3 girls and 1 boy. So what the middle daughter calls pink jobs and blue jobs. Like she'll tell you, I'm not taking the trash out, that's a blue job.
It's true.
I like it.
So that's what she refers to the
That
old school
traditional
traditional roles
relationship,
as.
yeah.
Very 50s.
And
So we're that way. I'm not taking the trash out now. If he's sick,
yeah.
I'll take it out because I can't stand to see him
Begrudgingly.
there.
Right.
But if he's well, he's taking the
You
trash
gotta
out. I'm
handle
not
that
doing it.
trash. She just sets it at the back door.
Yeah, I'm not doing
It
it.
don't go outside that house. And so
Well-
I just take that pile, go put it in a garbage can, and then I go sit back down, and she's in there working on that okra, and that's our deal.
I'll be honest. I was trying to catch Joe in a falsehood because he had always said these things live on the air. He's always said this is the way it is, and Jeff and I just sometimes you have to trust but verify.
No,
Yeah.
it's very
Very
much the way
Storker.
it is. And we're homebodies. Considering how much we have to be gone, we are homebodies.
This person says, is Joe one of the type of people that wonder why women wear watches? I don't believe he is. but I
You
can
don't
see.
have to, you ain't got to wear a watch. There's a clock on the stove, right?
That's right. There's a clock on the stove.
Golly.
That's it.
Wow.
Bought you a nice stove. Go in there and see what time it is.
Oh my
Tell you what
gosh.
time it is. Get in there and make a sandwich.
My son told that joke to my wife.
Oh, it's great.
Who was that?
My son. Thank God for co-op, right? Getting a great education. Son.
He ain't cutting grass today.
No,
He ain't cutting
no.
grass today. So what's the holiday plans?
Oh, well, I kind of don't even plan around holidays. I mean, I'm the guy that can say that I love the idea of Christmas. I don't like the holidays. I think it's goes back to probably something I need to unpack with a counselor or something, but not the greatest upbringing. Christmas wasn't really the fun time. I try to make sure that other people enjoy that, and in that I find my joy.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think a lot more people than I think I'm surrounded by people that feel that way, and so we try to go and listen to some music. We got the chance to go and see Southside's band do their
Fantastic.
concert, and then Meadowbrook did theirs. Westbrook's I think maybe be tomorrow, and so we get a chance to
Heck yeah.
go. And music matters big time, especially for Rachel. She's a singer, and she's really good at it. She just don't sing in front of people, and so that's kind of our thing. And then they're pushing off Thursday,
Friday morning, early
morning.
Friday morning. He's sending me and the two girls that live with us and our daughter-in-law. We're all going to New York. That was our Christmas
that's
gift.
awesome.
That's fantastic. Well, Home
That's
Alone.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
That's what it is.
He's
a Home
thrilled.
Alone.
He's going to go eat at Las Braces every day that we're going.
I'm
And
sure I'll
so-
see you at Union Jacks.
yeah, that's right, 100%.
Yes, they go to. So what are you doing in New York? What's the agenda?
I'm trying not to be me and plan everything right. I love a schedule. I love an agenda. I like to know where I'm going and when I'm going to be there.
Joe has an agenda.
So
Okay.
we're going to see the Rockettes Saturday night,
Oh.
late Saturday
Oh,
night, so that we'll
yeah.
have all day Saturday, and we're going to see Wicked on Broadway Sunday
That
for the matinee.
Cool.
So they want to go ice skating, so I've looked into reserving ice skating spots, and they've talked about going to Central Park
got to
and
Rockefeller.
Gotta see the tree.
right?
go see the tree. Yeah, I've been
Excellent.
told just don't get real bogged down in dinner reservations because there's so much good like pizza.
Oh,
Just
do
pop that
you
pizza.
have to get the chestnuts from the worst looking chestnut little cart you can find.
Okay.
Incredible.
But we've never been, so it's going to be.
Heck yeah.
But we're a bit of a doozy when we're together, so this is going to be interesting. I'm already prepping the little one that you cannot take 3 suitcases with you. It's 4 days. 4 days.
Yeah, you can't. But her idea is to go up there, look cute. She's going to find her an investment banker that can put up with her lifestyle. She's fallen in love a little bit with the way Joe runs the program versus just regular life, and
Sure.
so she likes the finer things. And she'll tell you too.
None finer
There's-
than Joe Taylor, right?
No.
The
And
mayor.
She's not like her mom. She doesn't know how to do like laundry and stuff. So
So she's gonna need a staff.
What's that?
Darn. Somebody said they never seen you with a dirty car.
Oh man, my car's filthy. Now I try to keep the outside of it
But
cleaned
the
up,
inside
is
is-
a wreck.
That's
every
that
man,
milk.
it's every man for himself.
That's probably Jameson Jenkins.
No, it was Bill.
Oh, okay.
I told him Sunday. He drove his. We went in his car to church, and I opened the door. I said, I would like just one time to open this door and something not fall out. Just once. Just once.
So if you're looking for a gift for your mayor, just buy one of those portable car cleaner. Just come over, clean his car up. He'd appreciate that
Pretty good gift.
so
Yeah,
much.
portable detailer.
That is unbelievable. Anything in party? I know you guys got to very busy to get to your days, but we need to make this a monthly or quarterly show here.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do, I've spoken to you about it before. I'm going to, over the next few shows, bring a council member with us,
Nice.
just so that they can
Do we get to
kind
pick?
of. Sure.
Okay,
Well, I think we start out with Jameson Jenkins, just so I can
It has to
bang
be.
on his head a little
It
bit.
has to be.
I've been trying to get him on for what you've been what 4 years
Well, the
trying to
problem
get him
was
on?
that when we wasn't having shows because he was a school resource officer,
Right,
so he
that's
couldn't
right.
come in the morning, and it was
Yeah.
he just couldn't do it. But
Now he's in investigation, so he should have a little bit looser schedule to be able to come
Yeah.
here, and we need to bring him in. Clark's got a lot going with him.
Yeah.
Jeff's always helping us out. He's
so
such a
funny.
great city
Dude, he's
council
so
member.
funny.
And he's hilarious.
You don't give a crap, which
You
is
know,
great.
of course, Randy Weiss, you know, he has schools, so we'll be able to hopefully work one of them out during the holidays so that we can bring Randy in.
Nice.
And then, you know, got to have Anita Bedwell. Anita Bedwell's just been such an innovator for us. She was the person that had the keys to City Hall when we got there.
Yeah.
The only person that was left over from the previous administration and council, and she's just a really, really hard
But no
working lady.
disrespecting the rest of those. You,
Yeah.
you got the right one.
That's right.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She is. She's a good one.
And last thing for me, God, beautiful. City Hall is beautiful. It's a
great.
great place to go. We took the kids, some of the youth kids the other night, went and took pictures, and they're idiots. But they had such a good time. They had such a good time. I know you encourage people, come out, get your picture made,
We do.
come hang out.
We
It's
do. Yeah, we
special
have some
place.
photographers that are coming and using the big globe as their
Yeah.
backdrop and the Christmas tree, and ours is not as big as some.
Well,
You know, we're not lying about that.
I've heard
Step
about
up your
that.
Christmas
Yeah.
Creek.
But
And the Christmas tree inside don't get the credit it deserves.
no, it doesn't. That
gorgeous.
Christmas tree is absolutely
When these two
stunning.
start talking, it's just
It is absolutely stunning, and it's you know, we have our Mayor's Association dinner there, and we do it in that little atrium area
Yeah.
of City Hall around the big Christmas tree, and it's always a great time. It's very well attended by most of the cities, and we get a chance to kind of show off our City Hall. Mayor Gladwell, when she built that City Hall, there's a lot of people that just wanted to chew her up, spit her out, but she was a visionary. She was the person
Forward
that knew.
thinker.
She saw this coming, and which I
Right.
think is amazing to know that there's a person that could look down the road that far and see that. And she was a special lady.
Larry said the other day when we were talking that you are his mayor. Larry Means.
That's right.
That's what he said. He
Larry,
told me that
Larry's
the other
been
day.
good to me. You know,
Yeah.
I've told y'all all along. When I first went into office, you know, I would call Larry. And, you know, I knew that he had that understanding and expertise about government and how it works and understanding grants. And Larry allowed me to kind of do things that's not normal. He allowed me to come into their financial meetings and sit there when they were getting a bond rating, which that's very personal to the city and
Sure.
their leaders, and he allowed me to come in there and do that. And that's just not the way things have been ran in this county for so long. I think he was showing that we had potential to do great things, and now we're doing good things. Larry and I discussed. We were doing a text I think maybe yesterday morning, sometime this week. But anyway,
it was 2 months ago.
yeah, it could have been 2 months ago. But no, we were talking about just insurance and different things, that the cost of the city, how our costs are rising, you know. And I think people always go, well, that's the setup for more taxes. No, it's actually the mayor of Attala calling me, trying to get some control of what he's got, so that's not the answer. You know, we're always looking for. We don't want to raise taxes or cost of permits or any of those things. We want to do that, but we also have, you know, he has 95 employees. We have 110 or so. And, you know, we have to look out for those employees' quality of life and their salary and benefits. And while those things are going up without our control, we have to find ways to do right by the money. And I think being good stewardship is tough in government. Because you're strapped to the amount of money that you can have coming in from the taxpayer, but also what you can stimulate from the economy by going out and doing good work.
Yeah. Wow. That's
That was
why.
good.
That's why.
That's why he's the mayor right there.
Clip
people.
that for the campaign coming up. That's good stuff.
Yeah, the campaign is coming up. Now
Well,
we have to say that out loud.
To
you know, and
the first family of Rainbow City, Merry Christmas, guys.
Thank you,
We
guys.
appreciate
We
you
appreciate
guys.
it.
More towards you than Joe.
That's exactly right. Thank
well,
you guys.
I will say this. You know,
Yeah.
this show has allowed for the people of Rainbow City to kind of look behind the curtain
True.
and see, you know, how government works, and it allows for my associates, you know, the employees of Rainbow City, which are just they're your public servants, to be recognized and understood for what they're actually worth, and they are priceless. I mean, you can't, you know, we don't pay them enough. Their benefits are not good enough, and yet they keep coming in to work every day and plugging along because they understand and they bought into the program and the process of providing premium services for this city. That's just it, and it's that simple.
That's awesome.